Now look, we've all been there. You're doing a little bit of outreach, and then all of a sudden you get a reply. So you start chatting with them back and forth, but then they just, out of the blue, ghost you, and you don't get a reply back. And look, if this is something that keeps happening to you, it can be extremely annoying and pretty much impossible to actually figure out why. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly why you keep getting ghosted and how to ensure that it never happens again. And make sure that you stick around to the end of the video, because I'll be revealing with you guys my secret follow-up formula to actually getting clients to re-engage with you after they've ghosted you. So the thing is, there are actually 3 types of getting ghosted by prospects. And that is after they've just seen your copy for the first time, after you actually ask for the sales call, and then there's one where it's just kind of like out of the blue. They just stop mid-sentence and they don't reply back to you. So in this video, I'll actually be breaking down each and every scenario, why they're actually ghosting you, and how to stop them from ghosting you in the future. So in the first scenario, they ghost you after you send them their first email or like a sample email that you actually made for them. Now, the most common reason for this is because, I'll just be honest, your copy probably sucks, okay? Your copy is probably just not very good. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, don't shoot the messenger, but your copy is probably dookie. But hey, that's okay, because if you want to get better at your copy, all you really have to do is keep writing copy and actually get others to review it and review other people's copy. And then that will get you to a pretty good spot where you're usually able to send emails and not get ghosted on the very first free value that you send for them. But where can you actually go to get your copy reviewed and review other people's copy? Well, I'm glad that you asked, because I actually do have a free Discord server where people are submitting their copy every single day. So you can go in there and review some copy, get your copy reviewed, and actually build yourself as a copywriter and improve your skills so you can stop getting ghosted by prospects already. The second reason as to why you're getting ghosted after you send them your free value is because you frame the whole conversation the wrong way. And what I mean by that is, back when I was first doing my first outreach, where I didn't really know what I was doing, what I would say is, hey, I have this really good idea that could probably get you more leads and more sales. Would you like to see it? And then of course they'd be like, yeah, sure. So then I just like randomly out of the blue just send them some emails that I wrote for their product. And I'm like, hey, hope you like these. And the thing is that business owners probably were like, what the hell? I thought he was about to send me an idea. I thought he was about to send me a suggestion. Why is he sending me these emails? I don't even do email marketing. What even is copywriting? Because a lot of these business owners are just experts in their field. They have somebody else who does all the marketing stuff. So if you just send them some emails, they might not even know what they're for or what to do with them or why you even really sent it to them. So you got to make sure that you're actually framing the questions right, telling them, hey, I'm a copywriter and I could probably make you more money with my copy, and this is how. Could I send you over some examples? They could say yes, or they could say no, but at least then they actually know what they're getting and they don't just get bombarded by some email sequence that you just sent them. Now, the second scenario where people usually get ghosted is right after they ask for the call. Now, usually the biggest reason for this is because you weren't low pressure enough. Guys, nobody wants to get on a sales call where it's awkward and pushy and you're trying some weird, awkward, high pressure sales tactics on them. It's really, really annoying, and it's just a complete waste of their time. And it also just sucks to be on the other end of one of those sales calls, trust me, because I've actually been on one myself, and yeah, it was just really annoying. The best way to avoid them actually getting too high pressured is by going at it at a very low pressure way. Now, the way that I actually like to frame it is by going like this. Hey, I was going through your sales funnel, checking out your pages, and I came up with some ideas that I've used with other clients in the past that may be able to be used on your business and to actually increase revenue, but I'm not actually sure. Could I actually get on a call with you sometime so I can learn a little bit more about your business and see if this could work for you? Now, in framing it this way, instead of actually telling them how much money you can make them and then trying to sell them on something, instead, what you're actually doing is admitting that you don't know enough about their business. And in doing this, you change it from a sales call to a meeting to see if what you're doing could actually work for them. And guys, this is so effective and so much better than coming at it from other angle of, hey, I got this idea and it could make you a lot of money. Can we get on a sales call so I can sell it to you? Now, another thing that you can actually do is unask the call. And what I mean by that is, if they get spooked away when you start talking about let's hop on a call or whatever, you could say something like, hey, I get that, maybe you don't have time scheduled in your day for a call or something, so we could just chat here even if you want. And by unasking it, you basically give them the opportunity to learn more before committing to get on a sales call. You could also just say something like, hey, if this isn't something that you need right now, that's cool too, just let me know. Now, in framing it this way, it actually is so effective because you're giving them permission to say no. And a lot of the reasons why you get ghosted is because they don't want to say no no because they're afraid that you won't take no for an answer. You'll just keep following up and following up and following up and annoying them, and they're gonna eventually have to be forced to block you, which is a huge waste of their time, a huge waste of their attention, and they really don't want to get to that point. So by giving them permission to say no or to say not right now or whatever, then you're actually coming off as extremely not needy, and they're gonna like you a lot better in the long run. Now, the third scenario where people usually get ghosted is just mid-conversation out of the blue. And the biggest reason for this is that they're probably busy. They probably seen your message, well, they didn't see your message, and they just got sidetracked with something else, because these are extremely busy people who they got stuff to do, man. They're always go, and they don't usually just have time to chat up with some dude who is just like reaching out to them about their marketing. So in this case, most of the time, you're just gonna want to remind them of the conversation and try to pick it back up where you left off. And if that doesn't work, then just keep following up with them, but not too often. Follow up with them maybe every week, maybe every couple of weeks, and then that's probably good enough to actually spark the conversation again. And finally, now I'm about to show you guys how you can actually re-engage with pretty much anyone if they've ghosted you at any time. So if all else fails, the best thing that you can do is circle back and follow up with them, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months in the future, because they might not have needed a copywriter back then. But the thing is that 1 month, 2 months, 3 months from now, maybe the copywriter that they were with either left, maybe they're doing the copywriting themselves and they're like, oh, thank God, a copywriter finally came and outreached to me. So now I can outsource this so I have more time to work on other parts of my business. So the best way to actually keep track of all of these people who have replied to you but ghosted you or said no is to create a follow-up list. Now in this follow-up list, you're gonna have everybody's name and the date that you actually were in last contact with them. And you wanna make sure that you're following up with these people every couple of months. And of course, if you wanna actually learn how to follow up in an engaging way without being super annoying, I have a whole video that I recorded on that where I take you through some of my best follow-up outreach methods. And you can go and click on that right now and steal those follow-up templates and actually use them to close clients for yourself. Anyways, guys, that's all for now, and I'll see you guys on the next one.